Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Mountain Man Monday. As I always say, or recently been saying, the most underrated live stream on YouTube. Today is episode number 60, and it is February the 1st, 2021. First day of February. I want to welcome everyone who joins me on the live stream this evening for some fun Monday evening, getting this week started off conversation, and anyone who might be watching later on the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel. As always, all the live streams are archived under the live stream playlist. Also, I want to give an extra warm welcome to anyone who might be new to the Mr. Mountain Man channel. And this is your first time watching this or any of the other content. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy. Got a few people rolling in this Monday evening. Let's see who we have. We have Blondie's Adventure. Hi, Mr. Mountain Man. Hello to you. I hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. How are things going up your way? And I know you had given a report. It's been a while that you guys weren't feeling well, and I'm hopefully that's long been put behind you and everything is going well. Feel free to give a report if you'd like. I hope you're doing well, you and your family. And hi there, Mr. Mountain Man. Happy February to you as well. I believe I don't always pay attention to this. Isn't tomorrow Groundhog Day? February the 2nd is Groundhog Day. So I guess it really doesn't matter. But if he sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter, right? 6 more weeks. I forget the tradition. Yes. So it's February 1st. And I think tomorrow is Groundhog Day. You got Chad here. Good evening, Mr. Mountain. Working, can't stay long. Had a great weekend working third shift. So take care. Yes, you as well, Chad. Hope your work goes well. I hope you've had a nice weekend, nice start to your week, and that late shift goes well for you. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Always welcome here. Hope you and your family are well. Let's see. Ted and Deborah Harrison are here. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man. Hello to you as well. As always, hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. It's cold. It is cold. I just went and walked the dog hour and a half ago or something like that. Yeah, hour and a half ago. The wind was really kicking up, and it was flurries. It was really flurries. I wouldn't call it a full-on snow, but it's cold. I mean, cold for here. Not like Canada cold, but it's my phone's saying it's about 26 degrees outside, and with that wind, it felt pretty cold. I'll tell you, and I hope I don't drop this water all over my keyboard here. That'd be a mess. I normally use a bottle, but I have an open glass here tonight. Just get this from the fridge, the filtered water. But yeah, so it's cold, and it's been really cold. I enjoy it because I enjoy the change of seasons and a little bit of that brisk weather. We actually got pretty nice snow this weekend. It came on really hard. So about Saturday, I was out running errands, nothing. They had warned of some winter weather, and I watch the news and stuff, but the last time they did that, we didn't get anything. And so I'm out and about. I was working out and running some errands and stuff, and I got home about 3:30 in the afternoon. And by 4, I started to see flurries and snow outside, and in 30 minutes, it laid it down. I guess I had forgotten how quickly, if it's snowing hard, it can accumulate. So, it wasn't like multiple inches, but it was like a couple inches, and really quickly went out, did a walk with the family, and in the snow. It was a lot of fun. And so I took a couple pictures. It's there on the Instagram. I'll show you that in a little bit. But yeah, so we did get some snow. Then that night it got followed up by icy rain. So you had snow, and then you had icy rain on top of it. So Sunday morning, it was kind of slushy. And that's the only thing about living here in the Carolinas or this part of the country is like, because we're still moderate in temperature in the winter, you get a lot of those days that are like hover around 33, 34. So depending on how high you live in elevation in the mountains, you either get snow or it turns to rain. Instead of getting like those days like 23 degrees in snow where it's just pure snow. And also it never stays cold long enough, so it ends up raining and going away. So but again, if you get the higher elevations in the mountains, this is not a true story. Like up at Mount Mitchell, which you've all heard me talk about, highest point east of the Mississippi, about 6,700 feet. they get a lot of snow up there. That is a different climate when you go up that high. I mean, one day they'll get 6 inches, one day they'll get 8 inches, the next day they'll get 4 inches. High will be 23, low will be 7. Very cold, lots of snow, but you can't get up there. They closed the Blue Ridge Parkway. So the only way to get up anywhere there is you have to hike it. And hiking in that amount of snow, I mean, you got to be a pro. That's not for the faint of heart. That is so I don't know anybody who actually gets up there. I did see some pictures on a Facebook group where somebody had hiked up to Craggy Gardens and said there was like almost 3 feet of snow. So that's crazy. But yeah, it's been cold. It's been snowing. It's wintertime in the mountains and I'm loving it. And then in a few months, I'll be ready when spring rolls around. But right now I'm enjoying it. I go with the kids. We sled in the yard. We do fun stuff. Even built a little snowman that was like a foot tall. I mean, I'm like a kid when it comes to the snow. I enjoy the snow in the winter. And I think it'd be fun actually to, get skiing and doing some really taking advantage of the, Western North Carolina. And there's, I believe, 5 ski resorts. I think I tried to name them last week. It was like Wolf Ridge, Beech Mountain, Sugar Mountain, Cataloochee. And I think there's one other, but there's about 5 within 2 hours of Asheville. And so I think in the future, maybe in another year, we might look into getting season passes and stuff. Interested in anybody's feedback. I think I asked that same thing last week. Somebody had been to one of them. It's interesting because the reviews are not always super positive. Sometimes because they have to make snow. Like I saw some reviews about the parking lot being just like a big ball of mud, kind of gross. The chalet was kind of overpacked. The lines were long. That doesn't sound like a fun time. So, but all that aside, that was one place. So, it might just, it's like going anywhere else. Maybe it's like you got to have that mindset. Like when you go to an amusement park, you're going to wait 30 minutes for a ride and it lasts 2 minutes long. Maybe it's like waiting 20 or 30 minutes to get a ski lift, go up for 3-minute run or whatever. But I like the snow and I would love to take more advantage of what we have to offer here in Western North Carolina. So yes, definitely cold. Did I miss anybody? Oh yeah, Paulina said happy February 1st. Sorry, because the color of the avatar between AZ Rock and Paulina is identical, I kind of glazed over that. So yes, happy February 1st to you. Hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Good. Doing much better, just no taste or smell yet, which you hear, everybody. That's kind of the byproduct, right? Is the no taste or smell, which is terrible. Hey, load up on the really good foods for your body since now you can't taste it anyway. What's the difference if you eat a steak, a cheeseburger, pizza, or like kale and like broccoli and cauliflower and vegetables? Just eat all that superfood while you can't taste it and your body will just get all energized up for the long haul. Maybe, try to do that. Hey, we got Foxy Wood. Welcome to the Mr. Mountain Man live stream Monday. As always, when Foxy puts that, I got to bring out the Mr. Mountain Man handmade hammer and do a little flex, which you can't even tell with the shirt, but yeah, so there you go. That's a good one. Actually, let's go for a thumbnail here. We'll get a thumbnail for the week. Let's see if I can get one in there because you got to have something, right? All right, there we go. So maybe we'll use that for the thumbnail. It's hilarious what YouTube comes up with for the thumbnails for the auto-generated ones. Some of them I'm like, in the mid facial expression, maybe it'll pick that one to do. Oh gosh, I missed a lot of comments. I was looking at the scroll bar. Again, I like StreamYard, but I'm not wild about it. There's a lot of little nuances. I'm looking at the scroll bar and I'm like, oh, nobody's really commenting. So I can just, chat. Well, no, I was wrong. There's a whole bunch here. How are you? Lily, I am doing well. It's all good here. It's all good here. It's all good there. Everything is great. It's Monday. It's a little bit of a regular Monday. You know what I mean? Like, you guys ever seen that movie? And I probably mentioned this before, so if I repeat myself, you guys just laugh at me. But the movie Office Space with Mike Judd, it's from the late 90s, I believe. And it's about working in an office and a lot of the, the stuff that happens. And one lady, she's all real hyper in the morning, and this guy's not feeling that great on a Monday because it's Monday. And he doesn't really like his job. And she goes up to him and he's kind of being ornery. And she's like, somebody has a case of the Mondays. And it's hilarious. So today's Monday. And I think some of us, especially around the house, had a little bit of case of the Mondays today. It was, you know, it was just kind of a regular Monday, kind of getting into the grind. I had a little bit of work this weekend and some other stuff. So, you know, it's just, but you know what? I can't complain. Really, seriously, things are good. So the report, yeah, is things are good. Let's see. If I miss anybody, it's not on purpose. Just put it back in there and I'll say hello. Hey, living like Larry. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man and all. Hello to you, Larry. Hope things are going well up in the Buckeye State. Let us know how you are doing. How's everyone feeling? How was your week and what did you do? Yeah, so I kind of gave a little recap of that. You know, the snow and kind of icy conditions did make it hamper things later into Saturday, and kind of yesterday didn't go anywhere. It wasn't horrible. They had fixed the roads, but it's pretty crazy how different it can get just in 500 feet of elevation. You know, if you're up a mountain, you got snow, a trace, or even a little bit more, and then you come down 500, 600, or 1,000 feet, and it's just nothing. It's really, really, I love to see the differences in the whole Asheville, Western North Carolina region. And there is no rhyme or reason to a lot of these snowstorms. Like sometimes the southern counties get more than the northern ones. Sometimes Western North Carolina gets more than, you know, over here by Asheville. Sometimes it makes more sense. And the more north you are, kind of like when I made that last snow video, up north was snowy, that you came south, it wasn't. There's no rhyme or reason. Although I did see in the little weather graphic last night that I think Gatlinburg is supposed to get a bunch of snow. I think like 6 or 8 inches. If anybody's from around that area, you can let me know. That's Gatlinburg, Tennessee, for anybody who, I don't think anybody's here who doesn't know what that is, but just in case. Blondie's ready for spring. Yeah. Well, Blondie, I believe you've said you live in Indiana. I grew up in Ohio. So just the two sibling states there. I used to call it the gray days of winter. It really dragged on, like, you know, the winter months. It was beautiful up until Christmas and around, but then January, February, March, April, you know, it kind of started to grow long in the tooth. I will tell you that that area that you know, just Indiana, the Midwest, Ohio, some beautiful months like May and June are very, very nice months up there. Foxy says it's 47. Foxy, I was curious. I don't know what part of Georgia you're from, but I saw a map yesterday also with weather that I thought I saw blue, meaning snow, in Georgia and South Carolina. Did you guys get any snow? I don't know. Maybe I was looking at that wrong, but I swear I'm like, how do they have snow to the south of us and we don't have anything? Hey, we got the Traveling Hoosier there with Blondie. Nice to see you. You know what, Traveling Hoosier, I never noticed that picture you have right there has mountains in the background. I always just assumed that was where you all are from, but I just noticed mountains. Is that like Cades Cove? Because it's known for its pastures and then the mountains that go up. Let us know where that picture is. Blondie says it's 27. Yeah. So Blondie, I've got, I think you heard me. Yeah. And it says snow showers on my phone right now. It says it's snowing outside. But yeah, it's like between 28 and 30 degrees outside. Oh, it won. It won't stop here. I'm sorry. I missed the reference to that. Is that the snow or, I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Disconnected there. Hey, Mr. Mountain, everyone in the chat. Yes, hello, and snowy winter day to you. It's 29 outside. Very nice to have you, and I hope you're having a great start to your week. A nice Monday. Ended up with 6 to 8 inches here in Southeast Wisconsin. Yes, staying warm. It's exciting winter. Ask me next winter. Yeah. If you continue to like it. It just depends. Like, I know when I was growing up, a lot of adults, like if you don't like the winter activities like skiing, sledding, things, or maybe there's no kids around playing in it, or, you know, there's no excitement. It's just a hindrance. Can't get to the grocery store, makes you late for work. Work doesn't cancel. You know, it's a nuisance. I think for those folks, winter is not a lot of fun. It's just an annoyance, unless it's like Christmas time. And there's a lot of people, I think, like that. So, let's see. Yep. Traveling Hoosier is sitting next to me. That is fantastic. Let's see. Got a lot of howdy. Make sure to hit the thumbs up for Mr. Mountain Man. I appreciate that. Always humbled by all of your kindness. And if you do enjoy it, please hit the big thumbs up, or just the little thumbs up, or the medium thumbs up. Any kind of thumbs up is great. If you enjoy it, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys have fun here. I hope I say that. I really mean it. I don't want this to be like um, I want it to be engaging and interesting in the conversation to be fun. And so that's what I aim for. So if people are putting thumbs up because of that, then home run. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, Craggy Gardens is one of my favorite areas. So Rita, I might be a little bit behind. Rita, who's normally here, had mentioned to me I should go to Craggy Gardens. I always pass by it on the way to Mount Mitchell, but I haven't gone there yet. I would like to go there. Yes, and welcome to the Mr. Mountain live stream. And as always, if anybody is here that happens to be new to the channel or hasn't visited us in a while, I want to give an extra warm welcome. Warm welcome to everybody that shows up here. Please enjoy. If you want to add something in the chat, feel free to do so. If you're listening in the background, A-OK as well. Glad to have you. Hope you enjoy. Have your kids built any snow forts? I would love to, AZ Rock. The problem is we don't get quite enough snow. Like when I grew up in Ohio, you know, you get a lot of snow, like 12, 18 inches. We did get that here in Western North Carolina 2 years ago. And I thought it was going to happen more often, and it doesn't. So we get a lot of like, I don't even want to say a lot. Our snow events tend to be from 1 to 3 inches and melt quickly based on the stuff I was telling you about the temperatures constantly wanting to get warm again. By warm, I mean 40s or even 50s, which is too warm for the snow to stick around. So we have to have a pretty significant snow event in order to build a fort, because in order to build a fort, you got to have a pretty good amount of snow. We're lucky if we can build a snowman. The snowman I built is literally that tall, and it's a cone. You couldn't even do, you know, balls, like put the 3, you know, a huge ball, or it wouldn't roll. Who has made snow ice cream this year? I have not. That's really cool. You know, you always got to be careful in case the dog pees on the snow or something like that. So, yeah, let me know about the snow ice cream. Hey, so Rita is here. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man and Mr. Mountain Man community. Got a light snow here last night, gone by noon. You guys have maybe a little bit like us. Yeah, because I think technically Nashville is a higher latitude than Asheville, but our altitude is higher here. So, but Tennessee can get absolutely can get a lot of snow. Like I was talking about with Gatlinburg. If anybody's from near that area, oh my goodness, I'm a little bit behind. Hey, Hike with Mike is here. Hey, folks, hello to you down south. Hope you're doing well and staying warm, because I know you like the warm weather. We got Big Daddy. Hey, Mr. Mountain Man. Hello to you as well. Hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Audio and video looks good tonight. Thank you. That means I did my job getting ready for this. Turned on the computer early, made sure it did all its processing, get all that out of the way. I got a little, yeah, here's how bad the internet is here. I told you I wasn't going away this weekend and doing stuff. I have a, for those of you I talk about, you know, time to time, my other YouTube channel called The Eclectic Handyman. I have a video that's like 2 months old, but it's 30 minutes long, and I was waiting for some stuff to get it put together. And 30-minute video is pretty large in size, especially if you do it high quality. And so I started uploading Friday night, and it finished uploading today. The mountain internet stinks horribly. So I really try to squeeze everything I can get out of it. It took 3 days to upload a 30-minute video. That is horrendous. Normally what I do is when I go out to like the gym or other places, cell data is exceedingly faster. I mean, multiple times than at the house. The house doesn't have good cell reception either. So I normally go out. Well, I went to a different gym this weekend, and there was like 0 cell reception. So the whole time I was out, it didn't upload. So the internet just, the whole internet story, you know, from where I am and stuff, it's just kind of a pain in the rear. And it takes a while to get things uploaded. Thank you again for that. You're doing well, just ready for the warm weather. Yeah, you know, I know definitely where you are in Northern Ohio, you know, it can be there. It could, you know, winter hangs around quite a long time. Snow and in the 30s in southern Indiana. Yeah, we're in the thick of it right now. You know, this is February 1st, 18 degrees, 47. That's a bit chilly, isn't it? Yeah, for Nashville, maybe. That's probably normal, isn't it, Rita? I think. Oh no, Foxy said that. Yellow snow around here with my husband's beagle dog. That's what I was worried about, the ice cream. I used to like snow until I got a job that had to deliver parts, and I just tolerate it now. I'm not much fan. Yeah, so maybe how I talked about is maybe like your situation. That, you know, it's all right. It's great at Christmas time. It looks pretty out the window, but you got work to do, and it's not that great. That was a picture in the Smokies. Okay, cool. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's not much fun driving the Camaro in this. So yeah, my Cobra is a daily driver. Rain, snow. Well, I say snow lightly. Like if it's light snow, the problem is the mountains and the inclines and stuff like that. But we don't get so much. So rare can I not drive my car. Usually it's an either or thing. It's either too bad to drive and none of the cars work, or it's fine and both the cars work. So there's never a half ground where it's like, well, one car's great and the Mustang's not. But I know what you mean, because rear wheel drive is just a pain. In Ohio, you get that packed snow, even on the roads. They haven't shoveled it yet. And that thing gets all squirrely on the back end and it's a pain. Flurries in North Georgia, but it's been 60s, 70s here. Only white stuff I like I told LLL is sand. Yes, sand at the beach. 38 here today. Yeah, it's supposed to be cold. I think that front's coming through and it's gonna be chilly. I have been so upset last week. I lost all ability to live chat. It turns out it was my Roku. I need to get a new one and update. You have to buy a whole new device, or you could just update the hardware or the software on it. That's interesting. I've always had an eye for Roku as a company. Like I knew that they were going to explode in growth and popularity, but I've never actually used one. Yeah. And so Kentucky Girl, don't use that. No lemon ice. That's right. No yellow snow. Yellow snow is bad. Hey, Mr. Mountain and everyone. Hello to you. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Nice Monday. Things are going well with you, fellow Western North Carolina, or how do you say that? Western North Carolina person. I'm making up words here. You know what I mean. Fellow North Carolinian neighbor person. Yep. Howdy, 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 howdy. I wouldn't be here every week if I didn't enjoy it, Mr. Mountain Man. Yes. Well, I appreciate that. And that is very kind. Thank you, Larry. And it's great having you here and hearing about what's going on in your neck of the woods. Got a new Roku, lots of memory. Okay. Yeah. It sounds like you had to actually get new hardware, a new Roku stick. Yes, you got to get to Mount Mitchell. It's absolutely gorgeous. The views are tremendous. Yeah. And Larry has a Mount Mitchell video on his channel. I think I have 2 or 3 on mine at this point. Not all of them are labeled Mount Mitchell, but one's labeled Mount Mitchell. One's like a motorcycle ride to Mount Mitchell. One's 30s in the winter. That one's deceiving. It just goes to show you as a creator, a lot of it does have to do with, and I know this, but a lot of it has to do about title and, some of it, you got to kind of play that game with like, you want clickbait type things. I mean, I'm not getting into that, but it's funny because over on the Eclectic Candyman, I came out with a video called How to Seal Grout Tile, which I had never done. It was a very simple video. In just a couple weeks, it got like 1,200 views. Now, for that channel, which is growing, but only has like 200 and some subscribers. That's pretty darn good for over there. But it's the title was so simple: How to Seal Grout in a tile floor or something like that. So my summer one about Mount Mitchell is like cold summer mountain in the mornings. Nobody's going to search for that. So that video, I love that video. I thought it was great. We started out, we went to Bojangles, we drove up and we went to the top Mount Mitchell. It's a beautiful video, but it's not that discoverable. So I don't know how you guys have probably all seen it, but I don't know if the wider masses. This is a fun and happening place on Monday. Keep things going. Smash, hammer the things. Thumbs up, ring that notification bell. You will not miss a beat. Thank you so much, Foxy Wolf, and everybody. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Sarah's here as well. Good evening, Mr. Mountain and everyone in the chat. Hello to you as well. Again, fellow Western North Carolinianer person. I'm dragging out words and making them up. We're Carolinians is what we are. We're a Carolinian. So you're Western North Carolinian. That's the proper way to say it. Let's see here. Howdy. Frank Zappa had a song about that. Oh, I got the answer about the casino. It's not tribal, so the county will still get its tax revenues it used to get. Okay, I remember you guys having a conversation on that. Blondie says might head down to Florida and get warm vitamin D soon. Yeah, well, this guy right here has 12 years experience in Florida. I used to live in Central Florida. in Daytona. And so a lot of time spent down there. It was interesting because as the crow flies, we only lived a few miles from the beach. We just didn't go that much. I could have gone any day after work, and you just get wrapped up in life and things get busy. And so, if you have young kids, it's a lot of work to get to the beach. It's not like you just throw a towel in the car and there's so much gear and stuff like that. I'm making it sound awful, but but I got to do a lot of cool things down there, bike week and the races and Disney World annual passes. We had annual passes to Disney World for, I don't know, off and on for 6 or 7 years. And so we got to go to all the parks multiple times and watch them evolve and do a lot of really cool things in Florida. Florida is a great place for fun stuff to do, as far as education and housing and the climate and some of those other things. They're not as attractive to me and to us, hence us moving back to North Carolina. And I say back because I went to school in Charlotte, UNC Charlotte. And so I had lived in Charlotte for many years and in that area, then down to Florida and back. So I've lived in the Carolinas. I have lived in the Carolinas, I think, as much or more than anywhere. Well, I guess Ohio when I grew up, but yeah, but Florida is great. And I'll tell you a crazy thing about Florida too, is like, I had been to Destin before. Destin seems like a different state altogether than like the East Coast, like any of the beaches along the Atlantic. It's just, you feel like you're in the Caribbean when you're in Destin. You go to like, Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Daytona, Cocoa Beach, or any of those. It's a lot rougher and a lot of jellyfish and sharks, New Smyrna Beach and all that. The Gulf side is so much prettier in there. Mike says the swamp internet is slow too. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear you. Hey, Dan the Mountain Man, another fellow Western North Carolinian. How I'm saying it right. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well and hope things are going well your way. Good to see you and hope you're having a nice start to your week and a nice Monday. Let me see here. Just scrolling down. Everybody's saying howdy. Yeah, it's talking about ground. So it is Groundhog Day. You'll find out how much longer winter will stay around. Yeah, it's always 6 more weeks. He always sees his shadow, even if it's overcast. We could have an eclipse and it could be dark and he'll still see a shadow and extend winter, right? Yeah, you got to love it. Oh, did Lily leave? Did I miss it? I just see goodnight, Lily. Where did I miss it? I'm sorry. Well, Lily, I just see goodnight, Lily, but I don't see the comment. I must have missed it. All right. Well, good night, Lily. I hope everything goes well and have a great week. Yep. Hey, we got Todorico here. Hello, Mr. Mountain and all. Hello to you. I hope you're having a great start to your week. A nice late Monday, and everything is going well. I hesitate because we have people that come sometimes that haven't been here in a while, and I'm trying to remember where everybody's from. And so some folks are from further away, maybe not East Coast or Central, and so I never know. I'm trying to remember. People tell me, and then I forget where folks are from. Let's see here. I'd trade snow for sand any day. Yeah, I guess it's all what you're used to because you've heard, those of you that have been around a while, we got fatigued from Florida because, I was talking to my wife about it again yesterday. I think from my perspective, young family and running around and deadlines and work and busy, when it's January and February and the kids are screaming and you pull into the garage and it's still 95 degrees and you're sweating and the kids are cranky and you get in the house and it's hot, and especially by March or April, it's just hot, 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 hot all the time. You go mow the lawn, you're hot. You cut the palm trees, you're hot. It was hot all the time. It got long in the tooth. Now, the people that were like retired or older and didn't have, a young family or anything like that, there is a way to navigate Florida very nicely, like maybe more in the retirement years. You shuttle from air conditioning place to air conditioning place, from an air conditioning car to an air conditioning house to the air conditioning shopping store. to the air conditioning, whatever. And then the only time you pay for somebody to do your grass, you pay for somebody to clean your car, you pay for somebody to do, all the outside work. And then the only time you have to subject yourself to the heat is when you want to go to the beach. And so if you can manage a life like that and live in a condo house or whatever and kind of navigate Florida like that, it can be pleasant. But then you have a lot of things to deal with. Like when we were in Central Florida, we had wildfires that were horrible. A lot of people don't associate that with Florida, but they get really bad down there. So bad. The whole sky was orange. You couldn't see anything. Stinks inside of buildings went on for days and days. It was really bad. There were tornadoes around Christmas Day that hit Embry-Riddle one time and tore up the buildings. Of course, hurricanes, floods or from the hurricanes. Winter was only harsh some years because it could kill plants, which is just as annoying if you're building up a beautiful yard of, different kinds of, whether it's, king sago and queen palms and all these different plants, triple rubellinis and all these things. And you got to go out there and cover them the minute it gets under 32 degrees. So Florida is a little bit of a workout. And then the hurricanes come, and that is a workout of all workouts. You got to shutter up the window. You got to get the generator ready. You got to have extra supplies. Everybody's scrambling around town getting stuff. The news is telling you a Cat 5 might come your way. Florida is a workout. But if you can deal with all that, it's not a nuance. There's a whole heck of a lot of stuff to do there. Dan says, I'm ready for the wind to stop. Definitely in the mountains. It is swooping around, and it is very windy. Could have done a much better job of mine still learning. I think you're talking in reference to the video, but I thought it was great. I gave it a thumbs up and watched the whole thing. So where am I in the comments? Goodness gracious, it gets lost. Mr. Mountain Man, when YouTube did its last update, I no longer had an option to live chat. I assume I didn't have enough memory on the old Roku, which is about 4 years old. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Dan has better internet a little closer to town. Yeah, I mean, it's not that parts of the mountains don't have great internet. Like, it just depends on where you live. The more rural or the more spaced out or anything, the homes, the companies, the ISPs, they don't have any motivation to run high-speed internet to some random location. They're just not going to make any money off of it. Hey, we got Corky Lover here. Hello. It's cold and gloomy here in Michigan. Can't wait for spring. Welcome to the chat. I hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Glad to have you here. Let us know how you're doing. Yes, you do dwarf next to the puppy. That's a great avatar picture for YouTube. One of the really good ones. We are one great big fat friendly and welcoming family here. We absolutely are. I grew up on the Gulf Coast in Dundon. Okay, I used to jog to Honeymoon Island every day. One of my favorite beaches. By the way, Mike was probably completely annoyed by me the way I described Florida. Again, that was just from our perspective. Also, living near the coast is a lot different than like living in Orlando, because when you're in the interior like that, it goes down exponentially, the problems with hurricanes and stuff. So it's a lot different on the interior. A lot of those things may or may not be as a big of a deal. Hence, Disney World in the middle of the state. Watch Carpetbagger went through your neighborhood. Oh, interesting. I catch him from time to time. I'm subscribed, but I don't. I admittingly don't. I don't watch. I've mentioned to you all before, like leisure is a little bit of a luxury these days. So when I have free time, I do this with you all, and sometimes I watch regular TV on the satellite and stuff like that. So Larry likes the Gulf Coast. Only place he likes more than the mountains. It is beautiful. Personally, I'm still a big fan of Myrtle Beach. I grew up with Myrtle Beach, the Grand Strand, the beautiful white sand. It's a lot calmer there in the Atlantic. The sharks and the jellyfish aren't like they are down in Florida on the Atlantic where we were. So it was, I love Myrtle Beach, and there's so much to do, and it's so big that if you don't want to be in the hustle bustle, you can get out of it. But if you do, you got it all there at your, right there for your disposal. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, the Gulf Coast is, in my opinion, is the more beautiful part. Oh, one time we went down to Fort Myers. That is a beautiful area of Florida too. That is a hard hit hurricane area, so I don't know about living there. but some of the most beautiful beaches in the United States exist there. I forget one of the ones that was there. Unfortunately, the one trip we did with the family there, the weather was horrible. It was in the smack dab in the middle of summer, and it wasn't afternoon thunderstorms. It was like a front every day, pouring rain. So we didn't really get to enjoy the beaches. It was kind of a dud trip, but Fort Myers area is beautiful also in Florida. Florida has, I mean, Florida, it's why so many people vacation there. I never knew anyone would ever hike in the Florida swamps until your channel. Yes. Dan has been busy. Yep. And, you know, a lot of people working, and we had some folks, you know, at work. I had to leave for third shift and stuff. So, definitely looking for, I'm trying to catch up here on the comments. Not my dog. I was visiting her. That picture was about 3 years old. Mountain Bernese dog that was 10 months in that picture. I do have 3 dogs of my own, a Sheltie and 2 corgis. Yeah, those Mountain Bernese dogs, when you see them, they are just a sight to see. They are beautiful dogs. You could use a spreadsheet to list out your family's locations, right? I should yeah, but that'd be kind of weird. Like, oh, where did you say you're from? And like write it down. But it would help my memory, right? So, but you are exactly right. I love it. It's a great comment, AZ Rock. Campfire Steve. I've heard of Campfire Steve. Yes, focused on skunk ape searching. Maybe you mentioned him before. Let's see. Oh, hey, we got Tim Wheaton here. Hello, Mr. Mountain Man and all. Hope all is well with everyone this evening. It is. Hope you're doing well, having a great start to your week. A nice Monday. Let us know how you're doing. Always nice to have you here. I have not been in a chat in a while. I have statistics on Monday evenings. It's nice to see everyone. Statistics. I'm pulling a book here. This is not a statistics book. This is an old book I had on linear algebra. This was after statistics in school. Some not so fun math there, I'll tell you what. But statistics, that was kind of an interesting, it's been a long time. But anyway, I hope you do well with statistics, corgi lover. And yeah, so thumbs down to that, right? Let's see here. Everybody saying howdy. What else here? Yes, Mr. Mountain Man. It's been a while since I've been in the chat. Was down with COVID for 3 weeks over Christmas, New Year's. Took all January to catch up, finally getting my life back. I hope things are going well. We've had others report that. I hope you're putting it behind you. Hopefully no long-term effects and you're doing well. And you are on the mend and up and up. I hope you're doing well. Yes, glad to hear you're on the mend. Great news that you're feeling much better. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's what Blondie was saying earlier about the taste and smell. Got it in December. And that's what Blondie was reporting there. Hey, we got Cooking with the Crazy Pop. Oh, cool. I don't know if I've said hello to you before. So welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. I'm assuming you have to have a YouTube channel, probably. Well, you don't have to, but I'm assuming Cooking with the Crazy Pop. So if you have a channel, let us know. And sounds like it's based on cooking. So yes, I see it right there. Sorry, YouTube subscribe. Hey, Mr. Mountain Man. Boo. It says YouTube subscribe right there. So everybody check out Cooking with the Crazy Pop. Oh, Dan has to go. I have to head back. See you guys later. Thanks, Dan. Hope all is well. And thank you for stopping by. Have a wonderful week. El Crazy Pop grew up in Sarasota, Florida. Okay, that's another nice area. Oh, KG's out. I have a thing at 9, so I have to run by to you as well. Hope you have a wonderful, safe, happy, and enjoyable week. Thank you for stopping here. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Hello. Howdy. I'm almost caught up. Look at that. Everybody, please smash the thumbs up button. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And I'm always humbled. Yes, welcome to our fun family. That is exactly right. Blondie, didn't lose my taste, but now I smell cigarette smoke all the time. Never around anyone who smokes. That's weird. That is weird. So you got a very unique, almost like a pungent smell or something like that. That is weird. Hopefully that goes away and you feel better there. Well, you know what? Since I'm all caught up, not wired weird. Hey, by the way, Todd, I never spell that right. I'm always working on autocorrect. I put wired instead of weird. I am there with you. There is a handful of words that I never seem to spell correctly. And so you are not alone in that, by the way. And that's why I just read it so quickly, because I knew you were saying weird. All right. So with that, let's get it. Oh, by the way, there you go. Twitter and Instagram. If you guys are interested, Twitter, a lot of reposts from Instagram, so you're not missing out on a ton. I do announce when I'm going to attempt to do the live stream each week, and I do post some articles on Instagram as well. Both are at Mr. Mountain_man. There must be an imposter out there that got Mr. Mountain Man, so I had to use the underscore. That's okay. All right. So next up, housekeeping for the week of February 1st, 2021. First order of housekeeping. I was walking the dog today, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do for the next video? So I have a ton of content, like you guys don't have to care, for the other channel. And that has been something I've been trying to play catch up on. Because time is limited, I have to balance between the two. But I have a whole list of things I want to do. I just not sure exactly when. I will say this. I don't know how many of you remember, but last year on Super Bowl Sunday, it was before COVID was kind of happening. I went to Gatlinburg with the kids and got the Ripley season passes. There was nobody in Gatlinburg. I mean, nobody. It was a VIP pass. Now, after that, we had COVID and a lot of people got to experience an empty Gatlinburg. So a little bit of a different story. But at the time, it hadn't happened and it was amazing. Well, guess what? The Steelers didn't make it to the Super Bowl. I don't know if I care that much about who wins. I don't know. It dawned on me, like, maybe I'll go to Gatlinburg this weekend. I don't know. I did have a conversation about, should I renew the Ripley's passes? You guys encouraged me to, and I'm absolutely going to. You don't have to do that much to get them to pay for themselves. Go putt-putt a few times. Even with the pandemic and being outside, you can go putt-putt and you can get your money's worth. One of the crazy things about that last year was that oh man, I lost my train of thought because I started reading the comments. I saw an interesting. Yeah, I designed electrical control systems. That's wired, right? Then you wired versus weird, right? I'm telling you, I always mess it up. Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Mountain Man. Thank you very much. Yeah. So anyway, it's a great day to go. I'm not sure if we're going to go or not. I was just thinking that's a really good time. And now it'll be compounded. Everybody's watching the Super Bowl. Everybody's having chili. Everybody's doing their thing at home. And you go to, oh, I know what I was going to talk about. I made a video. I'm always griping about the videos I think are good. That Ripley's video, it's the one that I have a copyright strike against it because of background music. It's not the hurting type. It's just the type that they inform you about. But I haven't gotten many people watch that one. I liked the Ripley's video. I thought it was an excellent walkthrough. And it started out with me getting the season passes, or the ultimate fun passes. That was a cool video. Anyway, the thing about Gatlinburg, I've said it before, there's such a saturation of great content from other channels like Yankee in the South and All About the Smokies. I know Chris about T-shirts, Carpetbagger. I mean, even channels you all might not watch. There are other channels that you'll see a video from Gatlinburg with 100,000 views. There's so many good videos that, it just, I don't know. It doesn't, it's just probably just overdone. And so one more video for me, I'm not sure, but I still enjoyed filming there. I have a great love for Gatlinburg as well. It's so many great memories there. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, everyone. Thanks. I appreciate that, AZ Rock. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We have been looking at getting the Ripley's passes. We already have Dollywood's and NASCAR Speed Parks. I didn't know NASCAR Speed Park had a season pass. If you don't mind, let me know how much they are and what they entail. I mean, I could Google it, but that's pretty interesting. So I'm assuming, can you do all the go-karting you want? That's pretty cool. And we did get Dollywood passes. This will be our first year. We've never been there. I reported that a couple of weeks ago. I did get the season passes. Everyone have a blessed night. And thank you, Mr. Mountain Man, for a great live stream tonight. Thank you as well for stopping by, Blondie. I hope you enjoyed, you and your husband, and enjoyed the conversation. Have a wonderful week and stay warm. Oh, look at Foxy Wolf dropping in there. Look how to fix things around the house. And the best tool used by subscribing Mr. Mountain Man, other channel, youtube.com, The Eclectic Handyman. Yeah, I've got a cool one with a major Craftsman made in the USA set that I came across. It's like a 30-minute video. I thought it was awesome. So that'll be coming out. I need time for it to process now. It finished uploading. It'll probably be Wednesday, tomorrow night or Wednesday. Yes. So where was I? Okay, back to the news notes. So yeah, I want to get a video. I'll have to figure out a video. I'm not saying if I'm at Gatlinburg, I'm gonna make a video. I was just saying I thought about it had been a year, and that's a great piece of advice, by the way. If you're ever able to visit Gatlinburg on Super Bowl Sunday, because you're not into the football game, which 99% of people are, even people who don't like the teams, it makes for a really nice experience with a low volume of people. And last year it was around 65 degrees, I think. I was walking around shorts and a t-shirt, and it was sunny. It was a beautiful day. So anyway, thought about doing that. As always, let me see here. Let me share the a couple of Instagram pictures that I had here yesterday. Let me get over to there. Yep. All right. So what do we got up first here? Just a couple of snow pictures, because I already showed the one about the flank steak, which was incredible. But yeah, this was early on. So this, remember when I said I got home and it was like starting to snow really hard? This was some of the snow in the mountains. And then, yeah, beautiful. I mean, that was after just a couple of hours. So I said I'm making up. It looks very wintry. It does look pretty. It looks really pretty. And so it was a nice weekend. We got a little bit of snow, and I had fun sledding in it and doing all those fun things. And so I wanted to get a couple of pictures out there. But yeah, that's Instagram. So check it out if I try to stay, mainly active on that. Let me see here. Oh, yes. All the Rising carts you want every day. We paid $100 per pass on Black Friday. Normally they're $150. Still a good deal because one day is $26. Yeah, go-karts are expensive. I love go-karts. They are expensive. Myrtle Beach, Pigeon Forge, everywhere you go, 12, 13, 14 bucks a whole day is 27. That's still good, because I've been on go-karts that one round for the family is like 50 or 60. I don't know, expensive. And so that is good to know. And I wonder if it was Black Friday cheaper this year because of the pandemic and they wanted business, or is that an every year thing? I'll have to keep a lookout. Big Daddy says you should do more videos from Asheville. I feel like there's not many YouTubers. You are right. And I have said that before. So I have said that several times. So I'll say it again. This channel is to pay homage and attention to Western North Carolina. That is the home base for my channel and Mr. Mountain Man. There absolutely is a saturation for the more popular areas. This state, though, is a plethora of beautiful, beautiful locations. The only limiting factor is, and I'm not going to bore you all again, you're going to go, here's Mr. Mountain Man. But yes, time, in the time, the stage in life and stuff, I just don't have a lot of extra time. So it takes a little more effort to put them out. Nobody has a problem with that. But there is an unlimited number of places. I was talking about, I think last week, I have books about the hikes and waterfalls and the places to go. There are so many things I want to do. I could only make videos in Western North Carolina. And I do want to go back into Asheville. I'm going to go downtown Asheville, do a bunch of stuff there. With the pandemic, it's been tough, So, what I'd like to do is there's some particular restaurants I'd like to show and some of the area down there. I'm thinking this summer, it's going to be a lot better to do that type of thing. There are so many things in Asheville here I want to show. And there is a huge community out there that I cannot tap into that wants to know about the type of stuff I'm doing. Let me explain myself. I told you about, there's this Facebook group called like Blue Ridge Moments or something. I don't know what it's called. And you can post pictures, and you're only allowed to post original pictures. People are on there constantly like, what can I do in Asheville? What hiking is there? What neat places are there to visit? And I'm just salivating to be like, I want to post the Mr. Mountain Man channel. And specifically, especially if somebody's like, oh, I wonder, is Mount Mitchell nice? The problem is they have strict rules in that group that you're not allowed to post any links for like self-advertising or channels or anything like that. So I have no way to reach out to that community to try to grow it a little bit, because I think there's an interest there. So tying everything you said together, Big Daddy, yes, definitely will be happening. The snow is better to look at than dead grass and bare trees, but the driving stinks. Yes, I should have flipped back to the picture right before, which was the one I had from last week with all the brown twigs in the mountains. That's what I said. I said a brown winter is not that pretty. So when it's snowing, it looks great. But if you guys go to my Instagram and look at the one right before the snow, it just looks like this brown twig briar patch, like just you can't see through it. It's not attractive. It looks like a lot of sticks. Oh, already following me on Instagram. That's very cool. Yes. Every year, same deal. Oh, good to know about the go-karts. That is cool. Yeah, and the driving does stink. All right, so let's go back to with that, finished up with news and notes. No, housekeeping. Now news and notes for the week of February the 1st, 2021. Let's take a look over here. Let me make sure I share that dude, and a couple of clicks, and away we go. Let's get the banner. All right. So this story came out recently. I think it was a couple days ago. It was from a local news station. Gatlinburg continues to stress safety precautions after being named top trending destination in the U.S. Top trending. So this is really cool for Gatlinburg. Many people have turned to the outdoors for new adventures, which is why TripAdvisor. By the way, do you guys use TripAdvisor? I used to use it a lot. Like before I got on YouTube, I did TripAdvisor a lot. And I think that combined with the pandemic, I haven't been on it, but I used to love to do ratings because I knew it helped people and their ratings helped me. But anyway, TripAdvisor has named Gatlinburg #1 in the country for top trending destinations of the new year. Isn't that the truth? I mean, we know it. We see the crowds. Great Smoky Mountains are a big attraction. Last year, more than 12 million people visited the park. Pigeon Forge was #4 on the top trending destination list. And Gatlinburg was also named #5 top trending destination in the world. You believe that? I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of cool places in this world, but Gatlinburg's the top 5 trending. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Did I miss top trend? Yeah. From the Smoky Mountains, Skybridge, resorts, cabins, restaurants, and entertainment. There's a lot to do in Gatlinburg. So being named 2021's top trending destination comes as no surprise for many officials there. We're just a perfect combination of a destination. It's an honor, but it's an overwhelming honor to see that. City saw many new visitors last year, and throngs of people returned to Gatlinburg after already visiting it. Many crowded the streets as the pandemic continued, but Sevier County continues to emphasize its mask mandate. We still have a mandate. We're seeing stabilizing numbers, which is good. I believe the masks are working, and we hope that continues. She stressed travelers must continue to do their part by traveling responsibly and safely. Yeah, we don't want anybody getting sick because they're trying to have a good time. And in my personal experience, unfortunately, Gatlinburg has not been the best at this practice, but they're just reminding people, maybe we're in the 11th hour, and a little more TLC for your fellow neighbor, and we'll get through this and everybody can enjoy and have fun. Take care of themselves and stay within their family groups and travel partners. TripAdvisor said 52% of travelers surveys said they're more likely to take an outdoor trip than they were before the pandemic. So it makes sense that Gatlinburg, and you can loop in there like all of the mountains really see such a spike. As a gateway community, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, a lot of people have wanted to get outside and do like a big escape. She said most travelers come by car and take advantage of enjoying a night stay in a cabin. Even though that shutdown came with uncertainty, she said proud of how much the area has bounced back. I don't know any local yokels that tend here too much, and I don't watch Sevier County news that closely. But my guess, based on observation and news articles, is that Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge did not take a super, super big hit last year financially. There were a lot of people that seemed to really enjoy it. So, yeah, so let's see if we have any comments on that. Oh, how was your steak? Steak was delicious. The flank steak on that picture a few minutes ago was absolutely incredible. I talked about that last week. I got that. It was Angus flank steak, and it was just super, super delicious. And you also said goodbye. Keep smiling, everybody. Sending your love and sweet dreams, and always and forever, always do your best. Yeah. Well, there's a smile, and I appreciate it. Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by. I like Gatlinburg in the spring, the fall, the best. Yeah. Now we've done some trips to cabins there in July. And again, you get up in elevation, you'll drop. We were all the way up by Ober-Gatlinburg one time, and it was beautiful because you'd be down in Gatlinburg at, 1,100 feet, and you go up to 3,000, and you drop 10 or 12 degrees in the summer and go out in the porch on the evenings, and it was nice and cool. A plus. Gotta love the mountains. Let's see here. Those are the best times. Although I will say I would throw in the summer, is because when you're in the mountains, Pigeon Forge is a little bit lower. It's 900 feet. It's a kind of a concrete playground because you have the wide parkway, a lot of parking lots. So it's a lot hotter there than it's going to be up at Ober, even Gatlinburg, or definitely if you go up into the Great Smoky Mountains Park. We go to that area a lot. Love Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area. Yes. And that picture right there is downtown Gatlinburg. Has anybody heard anything from Will of Yankee in the South? Will left abruptly on a live stream last night. His dad had to have surgery. They gave his dad 20% odds. No, I didn't. And I'm sorry to hear that. I did not know that. I did notice when I was eating my lunch today. So one of the downsides of when I'm uploading on my phone is I have to keep it locked into the Eclectic Candyman channel. I'm subscribed to Yankee in the South on the Mr. Mountain Man channel. So for 3 days, I haven't been getting notifications. So at lunch today, I briefly turned on their live stream. I didn't have time to watch the whole thing. I noticed it was only an hour long, which is really short for Yankee in the South. I just assumed they were tired and got back from Florida. I never heard anything. So I did not know that. And I hope his family is okay. Citizens took a hit in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park with the trash and all. We know, yeah, the trash. When you say citizens took a hit, do you mean like, you mean the citizens who live there? Because maybe some were out of work, because I know a lot of the restaurants and stuff stayed open. They were pretty aggressive with letting people come back, but maybe if you elaborate on that, I'm interested to know. Last count, he is on a ventilator and will go live on Thursday. Okay. I have prayers for the, for Will's family. I did not know that. I'm sorry to hear that. Living Like Larry says Christmas season is pretty good too with all the lights. Yes. And if you haven't been to Gatlinburg before, they keep up their lights until March 1st, I believe. So if you're late to the show and you can't make it for Christmas, or it's a little too expensive, you still should be able to. No, it's not just Gatlinburg. I think it's severe. It's Pigeon Forge too, because you drive into Pigeon Forge and in the middle of the parkway, they have them too. Yes. Yes. Good night, Paulina. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for coming here. Prayers for Will's dad. Sad to hear this. Yes. Unfortunately with Will, I had done something with them. It's been 1.5 years now. I've barely seen those guys. I only see them through the live streams like most of you guys, but they don't live far. It's just, our paths haven't crossed, especially with the pandemic. But I hope that his dad is going to make, a recovery and do well. Citizens took a hit because of visitors coming in and driving numbers of bad stuff up. Oh, you mean getting sick and stuff like that? Yeah. And I think that was part of the report. Or if you meant economically and all those other things. Yeah. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but I hope for the economy. It seemed like Gatlinburg is doing pretty well. Met Will's dad at a meetup bar and talked for 2 hours. Very nice people. Prayers for it's diabetic. So, prayers definitely for Will's family there, and hope they're doing well. It's always nice. Once in a while, he'll stop by and say hello. And their live streams, they're so busy. Sometimes it's hard to get a howdy in, but terrific people. Let's go to the next slide here. Yep. So in my neck of the woods, North Carolina Amusement Park Carowinds announces opening day. So if you guys have been here for a while, you know that I gave multiple reports this year, and Carowinds never did open. They did one little thing for Christmas. Like, I'm not even sure if the rides were open. It was like limited capacity, but Carowinds announced that plans to reopen in May. The amusement park said Thursday will be opening on May 22nd with a fun and safe environment. The announcement noted the park is monitoring state guidelines and working with industry government officials to make sure the reopening plan meets all the required health and safety. Some of the new measures include required face coverings, health screenings, limited capacity, hand sanitizer stations. All the season passes for 2020 were extended through 2021, and unused 2020 park tickets will be valid until September 6th. Yeah. One of the big differences between like North Carolina and Tennessee was North Carolina was much more restrictive during the pandemic than Tennessee was. So a lot of the things here never did open like they did in Tennessee. So as far as tourism went, that was probably just on paper a bonus for Tennessee being compared to North Carolina. So yeah, Carowinds is a blast, by the way. If you're in that neck of the woods, or you have the Cedar Fair Entertainment Platinum Pass, and you can go to any of them, it's a really fun park. It used to be called, it was a Paramount-owned park. It used to be Paramount Carowinds, and they had like a Wayne's World ride. They had the Top Gun roller coaster. Of course, being a big Top Gun fan, I really like that. They've changed the names of those and rebranded them now. I believe they have Snoopy at the park now for like the kids. So some cool stuff over there at Carowinds. Cooking with the Crazy Pop. I love Carowinds. We pretty much live there. So I used to live not far from there and work from there when in the Fort Mill, Charlotte, very, very South Charlotte area. So had season passes for several years. And my wife and I, before we had kids, and enjoyed it immensely because it was so reasonable. Back then, Blockbuster Video used to sell season passes, and you could get their gold pass for like $80 and their regular pass for like 60. So that's for the whole season. It was really nice. So they were in with Kings Island until Cedar Fair got them all. Yes. And I'm telling you what, that's another one. Like, we'll see how Dollywood goes this year, but it's hard because that Cedar Fair Entertainment is, or Cedar Fair Platinum Pass. If we did that instead of Carowinds or instead of Dollywood next year, we could go to Carowinds, King Dominion, Kings Island, Cedar Point. I mean, you have to travel to these places, but they're not that far. Make a little weekend trip out of it. It could be pretty cool. So yeah, lots. Kings Island and Carowinds are both owned by Cedar Fair. Yeah, they didn't used to be. The Kings Island, Carowinds, Dominion, and one other, they were all Paramount owned. So they all had Paramount themed attractions. Growing up in Central Ohio, I actually had gone to Kings Island, and it used to be like, Cedar Point was always the big dog, and Kings Island was kind of, like the stepchild or something like that. But there are some really cool documentaries on YouTube about the origins of Kings Island, if you're interested in it. Also, another little fun fact, there was a Brady Bunch episode that was shot from Kings Island to help promote it. So you could probably find that as well. And all the water parks. Yes. Lots of fun. So if you're looking regionally for a good deal, and it's not the expensive nature of like a Disney World or Universal down in Florida, maybe you don't live near the mountains, take a look at Cedar Fair Entertainment and their Platinum Pass. Those parks are all over the country. As Larry said, they consolidated. There's a dozen probably or more, or give or take. They're all over the country from coast to coast. They have Valley Fair up in Minnesota. There's Knott's Berry Farm, just a whole bunch. It goes on and on. I wonder if they'll be keeping Snoopy with them being part of Apple now. I didn't know that about Apple. So yeah, I'll have to look that up. I did not know that. And it is interesting because Snoopy, what company do they fall under? Peanuts? I forget like who owns the rights to them. Like the last Peanuts movie, the one that came out a few years ago, I think it was, did DreamWorks do it? I don't know. I'm actually a huge Peanuts fan. Like even the old stuff, like Snoopy Come Home, Boy Named Charlie Brown. I love those movies. Flash Beagle. Anybody see that in the 80s? We have the Platinum Passes. I was going to go on and ride Orion, but we didn't make it last year. Yeah. So very cool stuff to do over there. So make sure to check out, if you're in the area, Carowinds. And good to hear Cooking with a Crazy Pop. That's awesome. Love to hear the reports on the parks that you go to if you're in the chat to let us know which one. So back to the mountains. Speaking of Western North Carolina, I think Big Daddy was talking about this. Linville Gorge River Trail to connect to Mountain to Sea Trail for Hiker Backpack Loop. The long and the short of this one is they're spending a bunch of money to create a new trail. If you look at these 3 pictures right here, of course, this lady is working to improve the trail. The middle one, you're not going to be able to read it, but basically one of the fine print there, it says 1952, John D. Rockefeller donated the Linville Gorge wilderness area, but said it had to be protected so it couldn't be built upon. And all these numbers here are just a slew of trails and hikes. So I'm telling you, this is just one little area. In this map over here, Asheville is this kind of white area. The green one is Mount Mitchell. This is where Linville Gorge is up here. And anyway, let me quit moving the mouse so you can actually see it. In its first major construction work in years, the Linville Gorge Wilderness Trail System is getting some much needed TLC after years of being smothered with love and erosion by the increasing crowds to the popular outdoor space. Among several trail projects, the U.S. Forest Service is working to connect the Linville River Gorge Trail to the long-distance Mountains to Sea Trail, which will eventually create a 20-mile loop for hikers and backpackers. What I'm particularly excited about is working with the partners. We've got a volunteer workforce and network of community to help us. Creation of the new connector known as the Lead Mine Trail is part of a suite of projects known as the Linville Gorge South End Trails Project, where 4.4 miles of trail relocations are proposed to reduce trail damage, improve user experience, and increase maintainability. The Linville Gorge River Trail used to dead end at private land, but people made their own path known as the Social Trail. As it passes through the gorge, the new trail will allow backpackers to make a loop entirely on national forest lands. So, I mean, this is awesome. Just good money going to work from the Park Service, building some extra trails. I'm not intimately familiar with that area, just another gym in the Western North Carolina area, and more happening here in Western North Carolina and the mountains. That's why the Charlie Brown Christmas wasn't on. Oh, Apple now owns Peanuts, but PBS was given the rights to the holiday shows only. Apple bought Peanuts. Oh, so for Apple TV. So all the Peanuts are exclusively, man, I'm telling you, this wars thing with all the different companies, HBO has this exclusive. I guess Apple has this exclusive. What are some of the other ones? I'm having a brain fart here. Netflix has their own. Amazon has their own. I'm still a DirecTV customer, so they're making it to the point where they really are putting the squeeze on the cable and satellite companies because they don't offer any of that exclusive content. They have their own exclusive content, which is the old school stuff people have known for years. But even that's being shipped out to like Discovery Plus. You can have that. So it really is going to be like going to an old, MCL cafeteria where you pick and choose all your stuff. That's how television is now. It's already to that point. It's interesting to know. That's good that they did that at least. I don't know if that's in reference to the trails or to Snoopy. Looks like fun for people who hike. Yes, it just, I think, improvement. It sounds like if you reverse engineer from that article that when hikers can't get a path they want, they make one. And so it's just better to invest a little bit of funds and yet keep the nature beautiful to have some, decent hiking. Got to run. Enjoyed it. Good night, everyone. Nice to have you here, the Crazy Pop. I hope you have a wonderful week and a nice or you have a wonderful Monday and a nice rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next time. Yes, to PBS. Okay, they did. Oh, by allowing. Yeah, that's good because PBS is over the air. And, PBS is another one that from time to time, there are great shows on there. There's like concerts and shows. I mean, I don't peruse it that often, but I'll be flipping through. I'm like, that's kind of interesting. There was a documentary on the filmmaker Ken Burns not that long ago. What an incredible man. He does a bunch of documentaries, just a really cool guy. So yeah. All right. So finishing up here, here's the weather. One interesting note on this weather, by the way, it's cold. You don't see a lot of snow in this forecast. So every week I update this presentation, with the weather. I, for the first time, kind of compared what the weather was projected to be last week versus what actually happened. And it was way off, which surprised me a little bit because they've got it such to a science with the weather patterns. They weren't calling for any snow last week. It was supposed to be sunny and warm last weekend. One thing they did get right was it was 70 degrees, almost 70 last Tuesday. And then a few days later, it was snowing and cold. That's some crazy weather. That's the kind of stuff that confuses the heck out of the plants too. They're like, oh, is it time to wake up from spring? And it's not. So Yes. Oh, sorry. I had that hidden right there. I had a comment. I have to pay attention and flip back and forth. There you can see the weather. So, yes, it's cold tonight. And we got some 30s and 40s and 50s. This is the Asheville, Western North Carolina forecast here. So, yes, I hope everyone did enjoy that. And let me get that back up here. That was the news notes for the week of February the 1st, 2021. So let's see here. 11 degrees is just too cold. Yes, that is chilly. Sometimes the low is, it can get down pretty chilly. I have been up in Minnesota though before where it's like 0 degrees and blowing. And when I grew up in Ohio, there were negative days, real temperature, -20. And back in the 90s, not wind chill, but an actual -20. That's some cold weather right there. So yeah, we don't get any of that around here. 10 degrees in the mountains, depending on your elevation, but like the more like the livable elevations, not the going on an adventure elevation. 10 degrees is pretty cold for this. Oh, Larry's got -3 on Sunday. Yeah. Living like Larry, he power hikes with Smoky Mountain Hiker. That's right. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed a comment. What's the longest hike you have done, Mr. Mountain Man? Now I understand the comment. Yeah. I power hike with Smoky Mountain Hiker. I'll tell you what I want to do with Smoky Mountain Hiker is go for a motorcycle ride. It's just the pandemic's kind of messed that up, but hopefully this summer, maybe I could do a ride and a video with him over on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Back to what's the longest hike I've done. So hiking for me is kind of like savoring good food. For me, it's not about the distance. It's about the quality of the shorter experience. So the longest hikes I've done in recent memory are probably the ones from Chimney Rock and done a few miles. Some of those are strenuous going up and there's a lot of stairs and stuff. But no, with the kids and stuff, I mean, I haven't done any like 15-mile hikes or anything like that. So, a few miles, it'll probably change someday. Also kind of being into bodybuilding and stuff. I'm not really the like leanest, like long distance kind of person, but, I could do a 5, 6, 7 mile if when we used to go to Disney and we'd walk around there all day, we walked what was the equivalent of, I believe, like 10 miles or something like that. It was crazy. Now that's not hiking, but that's a long day of nonstop walking. Let's see. Oh, that's what they're calling for Sunday there in Tennessee, 11 degrees. Oh, in our area as well. Yes. Bike ride would be a cool vlog. It would be. And hey, coming in on the tail end, I'm about to shut her down here, Bob, but I was mentioning your channel earlier about great videos. Hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Yes, I hope we do get our ride in. He has a motorcycle and I do. There are some terrific rides. With the motorcycle, the best time to ride is definitely in the summer. You just get the cooler air, you get the drop in temperatures. I have some but my favorite video of the rides was the one I just did recently, the Tail of the Dragon, and that ride out there. A+. Love that video. And I loved that Monday that I went out there. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, guys. So just wondered if you tried any of the app trail or something like that. Right. It's a very good question. I just haven't done anything like that yet. But you never know in the future. Maybe someday I'd probably have to go by myself or with, like a small group or something like that. Not so much with the family, but I try to include them in all that fun stuff. So, that's some of the stuff that happens. So, all right. Yeah. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I got to go check in with the family here, get things tidied up for the evening. And Bob, maybe you can catch it on replay if you're interested. Some fun conversation here tonight. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week, a warm week. Enjoy the cold or not cold, or look at the pretty snow if you've got some going, or maybe go down a sled, or just, whatever, light the fireplace, stay warm. And then before you know it, spring will be around the corner. The tulips and the grass will be blooming, and we'll be back to the green mountains of winter instead of the brown mountains. So, yes, enjoy your weekend. hopefully, maybe I'll head over to Gatlinburg. Maybe it'll be VIP. I'm maybe skip the Super Bowl. We'll see how it goes. If not, maybe I'll go somewhere around here. Maybe I'll watch a Super Bowl. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Please hit the thumb up and make some snow ice cream this week if you can. Stay away from the yellow ice, as everybody recommended. That is right. Good night, all. Another great one. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Foxy. Yes, everyone, be safe out there. Stay warm. Catch you next week. Couldn't have said it any better. Yes, good night, Mr. Mountain Man. Appreciate that to you as well, Jennifer, and to everybody in Western North Carolina and everybody who is out there. Thank you so much for joining. I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe week. And till next Monday, we'll see you later.